get some wins and take titles.
We reset here in Paris as we get set for the men. It is the Recurve bronze medal match for the men here at Trocadero Gardens in Paris, and Seungyun of Korea will be facing Brady Ellison of the United States, the 18-year-old Korean who I think had to be disappointed with his performance in his previous match, looking to atone for that.
Yes, I mean, I think he's been a bit disappointed with his performance as a whole at this tournament. He's not hit the consistency or the performance that he had been doing at Wrocław in Poland, the last stage. That certainly got him here. So he'll be quite keen to recapitulate that form that he had in the previous stages. He's new to the Korean team. Maybe the success he's recently had is starting to sink in to his head, and maybe he feels there's an expectation that he's got to meet. So his international experience is quite small compared to his opponent here, Brady Ellison from the USA, who is very, very experienced, very talented. He's been successful at both the compound bow as well as the recurve. He switched to the recurve in hope to go to the Olympics, and which he's managed to do on 2 occasions. And the second visit to the Games, he came away with a team silver. He still got to medal individually at the Games, but I'm sure he's on a good journey to Rio 2016 in 3 years' time.
So a great matchup right here in the bronze medal match. Seungyun of Korea versus Brady Ellison of the United States. Seungyun won his quarterfinal match 7-3 over Khairul Anwar Mohammed before losing his semifinal match to Dai Zhang by the same score, 7-3. He starts off strong with a 10. Brady Ellison cannot match it, not even close.
Okay, just at 2 o'clock.
That's Mel giving him instructions, his coach telling him exactly where the arrows landed.
And Seungyun apparently has had a chance to think.
He's had some training time on the practice range, I think, to turn things around. Brady getting closer to the 10, making those small adjustments to zone in. Kind of accepts maybe he can let this first set go.
A strong shot finishes here.
Strong shot here, Mel says, his coach behind him.
Which you hope carries over to the next set.
Exactly. So there's a group there. So Brady has a high right group, about 1, 2 o'clock as you look at the target face.
Paris is going to see the best comeback they've ever seen.
As they retrieve the aerials, we'd like to recognize our great sponsors, the official sponsors of the 2013 Archery World Cup Finals. Kia Motors, Sport Toto, Fila, Turkish Airlines, T4s, and Longines. Of course, the Longines prize for precision handed out yesterday to Braden Galantine and Erica Jones, both of the United States. They shot the most 10s, respectively,
of the World Cup season. Yeah.
In the World Cup season for the men and the women.
Yeah. So Longines, grateful to our sponsors. They give watches out to all the winners of each stages. So gold medalists at all the stages, both men and women, and compound and recurve, they all receive a watch over the 4 stages. But then there's a Longines prize for precision, and they take it alternatively. So this year it was the compound, next year it'll be recurve, and that's basically for the athlete that scores the most 10s at the World Cup stages.
Nice strong shot here.
And there's 4 World Cup stages over the continents, and then the final taking place at iconic venues.
Brady Ellison won the Longines prize last year with 173 bullseyes, and there's another.
There you go.
That's a good way to respond in the second set. Looks like he's got his sights set in. But Lee's also there.
He's dialed in right now.
Certainly has. It's a far better performance than what he had in his semi-final.
Game on.
Game on. Good phrase. So a slight crack in the Korean's armor, should we say?
But Brady Ellison can't take advantage.
That's strange.
So a bullseye would give 2 more points to Lee Seungyun.
Big opportunity here.
Can't take advantage either. They'll split the set points.
I think actually the matches I've been watching, the second set, the archers, they seem to open up with this great level in the first set, like with 3-10s or 10-10-9, but then the second set, the second set isn't as high scoring, and that's both in men and women. So I don't know what's... Probably the next set now will probably have really high level scoring. Let's wait and see. But I think the temperature's slightly dropped now. It's getting a little bit cooler. The sun seems well covered by the cloud. It's quite heavy, but it's going to stay dry.
Still no wind. No wind to speak of. So it should be ideal scoring conditions. But as Chris Marsh said, Chris Marsh along with Carl Archery, and our live coverage of the 2013 Archery World Cup Final here in Paris. And they split the second set. The score goes to 3-1 right now in favor of Lee Seungyun of Korea. Trying to win the bronze medal. Of course, Oh Jin-yek in just a moment will try to win the gold medal, as he will face Dai Xiaozhong. So trailing in this match, Brady Ellison of the United States will take the first shot.
9.5.
So a 9 for the man who won the World Cup Finals in Istanbul and
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
9. Okay, strong shot here.
So 9s for each archer. Third match of the day for both of these gentlemen.
Straight on this side. This is last one strong.
And it's got to be mentally as well as physically taxing.
Oh yeah, I mean, people
At this point of the day.
Yeah, and I think people got to realise at home as well, when the athletes, they make it look so easy that you think it's elastic band what they're pulling back there. No, but it's 50 pounds plus on their fingers, and the physical weight of the bows as well. Whenever you give a bow to somebody who hasn't shot and you put it in their hand, and they're like, these things are heavy, and with all the weights on them to help stabilisation on aiming. That's a lovely group there from Mr. Lee on the left. 10-9-9.
So we have a horse race right now as they split the set points again. Lee Seungyun won the first set to go up 2-0. They split the second set as Lee went ahead 3-1. And now they each pick up a point, so the score goes to 4-2 in favor of Lee Seungyun, but it puts him in position right now to put this match away and pick up a bronze medal, which would not be bad for someone who's 18 years old appearing in his first World Cup final.
No disgrace at all. Obviously, Brady will be very keen to, because this match is going very similar to the way it did with Oh Jin-yuk. He lost the first set, but then he comes back, he levels, so now he's like he was 3-1 down, now he's 4-2 down, but this isn't a reflection that he's shooting bad at all. He's just missing out. Brady Ellison, who's had his name on the trophy of the World Cup final twice. Lee visiting the World Cup final for the first time, very keen to get on the podium here. Brady will be disappointed, but he'll still want to win this match.
Yep, right there.
And it shows 10.
Fighting back. Brady was in the finals in Tokyo last year and lost to Kim Bubaman, another Korean archer.
It was just 1 point behind the World Cup, the world record, who Im Dun-young holds that at the moment for the 72 arrow qualification round.
Brilliant shooting by Brady Ellison.
Doing very well there. 10-10, maximum score of 20 for 2 arrows. Lee responds well.
But if Brady Ellison puts this one in the center ring, this match is tied up at 4-all. He knows it. He got it. And we're tied.
The crowd are ecstatic. They are delighted. that this match is going to go into a 5th set. Lee should a good 10, but just not good enough. 29.
29's not good enough, Chris.
How can you say that?
It's just not good enough. Hey, it's the World Cup Final.
And don't we know it? High-level shooting, high-level scores.
So 30 points, clutch shooting coming through, and Brady Ellison looking around, taking in the moment. I love it when an athlete does that.
Yeah, cheeky grin to the audience there. He looks very relaxed. He's always warmed well with the audience, and he's very popular whether he wins or loses. He's always very popular with the fans out there.
He enjoys the spotlight.
He does.
And that's good for the sport.
He does. He's there with autographs. He'll have his photograph taken. He'll ask any questions about the equipment or about his training regime.
As we say back home, he's just a good old boy. Let me hear you say that.
I couldn't possibly.
He's a good old boy.
He's a good old boy. That's too British, isn't it?
Chris Marsh, kind enough to join yours truly. Another good old boy from the States, Carl Archery. And we are loving every minute of this match. The bronze medal match between Brady Ellison and Lee Seungyun.
So this certainly is the business end of the set. The 4 set points each.
Oh, he means business.
Whoever wins this set wins the match and the bronze medal.
Of course, they could split.
That would be fantastic for a 1 hour shoot-off.
There you go, right there. That's it.
It's a 10 there from Brady, and it's closer to the center. On its way, Lee gets a 9.
Leaves the door open for Brady Ellison, 2-time World Cup Final winner.
Yes.
And that's on the line, but that's a 10.
I'll be happy with that. Yes, he's thanking the sky above. But that was him. No one else but him. He shoots those arrows. Nobody else. Good response from Lee to put on the pressure there. How will Brady respond to make this his title for the bronze?
He can put it away, and he doesn't get it done. A 9.
Hey, that's okay. We'll give the crowd what they want. Look good.
So just like that, in the blink of an eye.
So the Korean's ready to shoot again.
So 29 in that set for Lee Seungyun. And the crowd, you can feel the electricity in the crowd. You can feel the buzz. And we're going to a shoot-off. They split the points. We're tied at 5-all. And Lee Seungyun, give him a lot of credit for coming through with the shots he had to hit.
I mean, I think he's actually hit form there. Because in the previous matches, he didn't shoot his level, whereas here he certainly has. I mean, he opened up, he started the match really well. So obviously the start of the match really is important to him. If he can start off with a lead, he seems to excel. Probably not so good at coming from behind. That might be a little bit of inexperience. But Brady's used to fighting these things out. Being used to being on the big stage.
It doesn't get much bigger than this. Maybe Lord's Cricket.
I don't know. Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Trocadero Gardens, the fountains.
This looks pretty big to me.
It is an amazing setting, an amazing venue, all created for this World Cup Final here in Paris in 2013.
So we're looking at the targets now. Above those targets, you'll see those white tents. Those are refreshment stands and equipment stands, merchandise, and there's a have a go up there for the spectators here. So it's all a big venue to show off this sport.
Brady's fans.
Mr. Lee from Korea going first as he started the match. 5 sets ago. 8.
And an 8.
That's a massive opportunity here for Brady.
Who's got to focus closest to the center.
And
I'd say that's
He'll be happy with that, and he is ecstatically happy. You'll think he's won gold. He's very happy to win that match.
After the year Brady Ellison has been through, that does feel like a gold medal victory for him, I'm sure.
That'll mean a lot to him.
Came from behind and got the job done. Lee Seungyun shot an 8 in the shoot-off. Did well to force the shoot-off, but when he got there, faltered a bit, shot an 8, and Brady Ellison was right down Grand Central with that shot.
Came from behind. That's excellent, excellent. It's just a good example of it's never over. Just hang in there, keep going, and glorious shot there. Kept in line, and look at this celebration. It says itself, doesn't it?
Are you not entertained?
I'm entertained. I'm inspired.
I am Maximus. Brady Ellison with a roar, showing the emotion as Brady Ellison of the United States comes from behind, fell behind 2-0.